Hello, this is Priscilla Rice, and I'm coming to you from Live Oak Recording Studio. This week, we're going to have a rebroadcast of one of our earlier classic podcasts. We hope you enjoy it, and thanks so much for listening. Episode 89, Become a Motivational Speaker for Your Business.
You're listening to the official BNI podcast with BNI founder and chairman, Dr. Ivan Misner. Stay tuned for networking and referral marketing tips from the man who's been called the father of modern networking, along with suggestions and insights into getting the most from your membership in the world's largest networking organization, BNI. To be sure you never miss an episode of the official BNI podcast, subscribe at the iTunes Music Store or right on our homepage at bnipodcast.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the official BNI podcast brought to you by networkingnow.com, which is the leading site on the net for networking downloadables. I'm Priscilla Rice, and I'm coming to you from Live Oak Recording Studio in Berkeley, California, and I'm joined on the phone today by the founder and the chairman of BNI, Dr. Ivan Misner. Hello, Ivan. How are you?
I'm doing great, Priscilla. Thank you.
Where are you today?
Well, I'm at BNI headquarters this week. I've got my top management team for the organization. A lot of members may not know this, but there's actually over 1,000 BNI directors who work for the organization worldwide, and we have a good representation of directors around the world in our top management team. Europe is represented, and Australia, Asia, and of course North America is in the top management team. And we get together a couple times a year to just help guide the organization and keep things going on track. And so this week is our executive management meeting.
Oh, cool. So what are you going to share with us?
I want to talk about becoming a motivational speaker for your business.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know if you, I'm sure you've listened to motivational speakers like Jack Canfield and Brian Tracy, both good friends of mine, great speakers, absolutely very effective at motivating an audience. And when you listen to any of them, you feel the passion that's flowing through their words, their actions, and the images they show. The hidden element behind a motivational speaker is passion. And what I want to suggest to BNI members is that the most important element that they can bring to their 60-second presentations and to their 10-minute presentations is an element of passion. Think about that, passion. Passion really helps to add enthusiasm to the message that you're delivering. Your personal challenge in networking is having an extraordinary message that not only captures the educational content that you want to get across, but highlights your unique selling proposition. It's called the USP. The USP is what sets you apart from your competition, and you can't afford to be ordinary like your competition. You need to do it with passion. So your message needs to be filled with that. If you're not excited about what you do, no one else in the room will be either. And in word-of-mouth marketing, that's not a good thing. You know, if you're passionate about what you do, you draw people in. So how do you tap into your passion and tie it into your daily message, or in BNI, your weekly message about your business? Well, you can capitalize on your passion and spotlight your uniqueness by specifically answering the following questions. And you have to do it really from your heart, not your head. Here's the first one. What can you say about yourself or your business that your competition cannot say? What sets you aside from your competition? Now, I'm not suggesting you stand up and beat up your competition. That's a bad idea as a rule. And I've seen it done where people have stood up and said, my competition does this and that, and I don't do those things. I think that's a bad idea. Instead, what you want to do is you want to focus on what you do by simply saying, here's how I stand out from what my competitors do. This is what I focus on. This is what my vision is. This is how we practice customer service. And focus on what you are doing that your competition is not doing without saying anything negative about your competition. And here's one that I think a lot of people wouldn't think about, and that is, how does your work fulfill you? What does it do for you? How are you excited about what you do? And oftentimes I think members don't really think about that. I had an attorney in one group who was really stuck in this area, and he was saying, "Well, I don't know. I can't say anything that's, and he was a divorce lawyer, right? So all he's dealing with is just one problem after another problem, and their personal issues with the families that he's working with." And he said, "I don't know what I can say that's positive." And one of the members, who was a client of his, said, "Mark, you know what you do for me is that you have enabled me to sleep easy at night by helping me solve some of the legal issues that I've had." Mm-hmm. That's powerful. You have really helped me feel at ease with the problems, the serious problems I have. Mm-hmm. And he thought, "Wow, I never really thought about that." And so his presentation started talking about, look, you don't have to worry as much about these things. That's what my job is. Mm-hmm. And he said that that's what fulfills him, is being able to do that. But he'd never thought anybody would be interested in hearing that. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a powerful technique. Now, the third is, what element of your work do you most enjoy, and why? What do you really enjoy doing? What's fun for you to do? And if you do those three things, you're going to be able to get across the passion of your business. Never forget that one of the top 10 traits of a master networker is enthusiasm and motivation. And that's based on a study that we did a few years back that was published in my book, Masters of Networking, where with the top 10 traits of a master networker. And we interviewed 2,000 business professionals in a dozen countries around the world. And we found that one of the top 10 traits was enthusiasm and motivation. People want to do business with people who are motivated and enthusiastic. So your sales force, and your word-of-mouth marketing team are the motivational speakers for your business. But that message begins with you, and you've got to have passion for what you do.
Great. Do you have more to share with us?
Well, that's it. I think the last thing that I would say is, focus on the parts of your business that you're passionate about, because the more you can convey that to your fellow members of BNI, the more excited that they're going to be. I mean, when you think about it, if you're listening to this podcast now, think back to times where you've heard speakers who've just stood up and said, "My name is so-and-so, and this is what I do, and here's how you can give me a referral." And then think about some of the members who have stood up. And oftentimes, they may sometimes not even be the most slick presenter, but they stand up and they're really passionate about what it is they're doing, and they're excited, and they get you excited. And those are the people that other people remember and think about when it comes time to give the referrals. And it's important for you, the listener, to become one of those people, to be passionate about what you're doing. So focus on those things that you're excited about. Share that with BNI members, and that passion will spread to the members in the group and to the interest in passing you referrals. That's it for today.
Okay, that's great. I think you're right. I just want to say that it's infectious and that it draws people to you, and so I think you're really right about all of that.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Meisner, and that's it for this week. I just want to remind the listeners that this podcast has been brought to you by networkingnow.com, which is the leading site on the net for networking downloadables. Thanks so much for listening. This is Priscilla Rice, and we hope you'll join us next week for another exciting episode of the official BNI podcast.